Yes, on the fence, we are back. First official episode. Got a whole full panel today. My man Tommy, Darren, aka Dat, my boy Jeff, aka what? Hefe in the building. In the building.
Hefe.
So today we're gonna speak about everybody's experiences in the Rhode Island prison system and what they gained from it, and how they affected them in life. Physically, mentally, whatever the case may be. These are real topics that a lot of us deal with going through the system in Rhode Island, man, and it's not easy, So excuse my live footage, but I'm going to introduce the first guest, which is my man Dap, and he's going to speak about his experiences, and we're going to go on from there. He's the oldest out of the bunch, and he started doing time a long time ago. So Dap, introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are, where you came from, how old you are now, and let everybody know when you started doing time, whether it's from training school or the adult institution.
Well, my name is Darren. Call me Dap. Never ever experienced training school. Never been locked up to the age of 21 years old. My life, complicated, gifted. I'm a special cause, you could say. But when you look at somebody's life and you say tragic, if you had to live mine, that's where you would be. It would be a tragic life for you.
So what year did you start doing time?
My first time ever being locked up was June of 1987.
87. I was born in 82, so
I wasn't even thought of.
Yeah, my boy wasn't even being thought of. So 87, he started doing time.
87, I catch my first charge, armed robbery, attempted murder. Alright, at that time they locked me up. I catch bail after 4 months. You know how they do a brother at this time. It's a crack epidemic. We're introduced to a world that we became zombies, which I was one. To this day, I still fight. I'm an active addict. I'm someone that copes with society, deals with it, and if you know me, there's no denying what I do. You understand? I'm a heads-on guy. But with that being said, it deprives me so much in life where I could be. But to each their own. Like I said, I'm a gifted person. Where I come from. But now going forward, coming into the prison system in 87, it was a rough time. If you wasn't used to it, then you couldn't adapt. Ironically, I think because of what they call today as syndromes like ADHD and trauma and all that, I guess it allowed me to adapt to the environment that I was introduced to. Never seen it in my life. Was I scared? Definitely. The first thing I thought, the first person that approaches me in any kind of foul way, I'm going to bite their nose off, swallow it so they can't get it back. I mean, that was the mentality that I have. Who has that?
Sure.
That's a sick person. And that was me.
You
understand what I'm saying? But, I mean, the thought like that would enter your mind that today, now, mind you, I done 13 and a half years before I walked out those doors from 1987. So, from 1987 to 2000,
you have trap on your...
I endured a scenario of events
I don't got his number.
from, individuals trying to punk you.
How was that? How was that? That experience when you first went in, you're talking about individuals trying to punk you,
So for example,
and this is 87, bro.
This is 87.
It's a whole different world.
It's a whole different, and I'm going to be God's honest truth. And when I tell you,
what up, my boy? I'm live. What's up, man? You want to pull up?
There's individuals in this world that will co-sign and tell you he's telling the truth. I entered maximum security October 1987.
Pull up, man. Hurry up.
And walking into the yard, the first encounter was a brother that actually was killed by Providence Police, Corey Fields.
You want to come?
That actually walked upon a brother
Yeah. You want to
and
pull
put
up?
his
Let's take
lights
that.
out in South State Runway.
All right, cool.
Merciful, I love you, brother, but it's the truth. You know? Then going another 20 feet into the yard, you have a brother, Sammy. What's Sammy's name? He's been there forever.
Cifuentes.
Yes.
Yeah, so something like that.
He's chasing a brother named Gus Castle through the yard with a piece of steel at least 12 inches long. I'm like, this is the world that I'm entering when I'm just sentenced to a 50-year sentence.
How many?
50.
50 years.
To serve. At 21.
Half a century, fellas. Real years.
Mind you.
Fuck, we
So, many may not adapt to this. Many may say it's jokes, giggles, what have you. If you lived in my era, you already know what it is. And I salute the brothers that already would sit there and tell you he's telling the truth.
How were the attitudes of the corrections officers during
At that time, they was blind eyes.
No cameras, right?
As you see on TV, where you have institutions running the offices. Someone like what was it? Mayor of Kingstown.
Yep. I watched it. Yep.
The movie to that extent.
Yeah.
You may not believe it, but that's how Cranston, Rhode Island once was.
And you got to let them know, right? You got to remember, he's talking about an era where there was no cameras in the
Yes.
buildings. So
I actually have pictures
away
on my
with it.
phone, which I will be more than surely glad to show you.
Yeah, just-
We wore street clothes.
Yeah.
We flexed in the cells.
bring my
We
Uncle
we
Boogies,
flexed
Levi's.
in the yard. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we did here. I mean, and I need you to see, like, you don't get prison pictures, and there's
Like
not
that.
many that can say that they have pictures like this of an individual in the yard. But we was able to do that, and I have many more. But it's not a bragging point. But it's a fact is
That's you?
that's me, and I had to be no more than 24 years old then, and 24 years old in that maximum security. As many got to know who I was blessed to have the inside connection to be.
Did you have to put in work or?
At first, yeah, very
Yeah.
much so, and that's what I was referring to there when I first came in, being kind of bullied. I'm being from Newport.
Yeah, Newport. Yep. Yeah,
Like,
that's from Newport.
Providence individuals did not like us. Brothers that was there from other areas had problems with us. There was a couple of brothers that was top choice guys that are no longer on this earth. Ziggy, Geechee, Kevin Edwards. I love you, brother. You know what I mean? There were some individuals, but me being a younger generation coming into their world and demanding the respect that I felt that I should have because I was a wild child. They didn't have my back.
Yeah, because you was a loose cannon.
I was.
That's why you was
scared.
Yeah.
You was
They
messing
love
up
me.
everything for them.
Yeah.
You're getting in the way.
Yeah, look at this guy.
And it was
Girls tell you come with dab can.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, we gotta get rid of this dude.
Yeah, exactly.
For real.
You're a liability.
I was. But with that being said, my levels of I'm not gonna say education because I was illiterate when I came into the joint.
Much like a lot of brothers.
A lot of brothers, man.
Very
And many
uneducated.
brothers may not even sit
reading
there,
is fundamental.
acknowledge it,
Yeah,
admit it,
bad,
or what
man.
have you. But at this point in time, my accomplishments to this day, listen, very much overwhelms today's society of individuals that's been stagnant for the period of time that I've been in prison. And I tell you, it's nothing to brag about because I had to dig deep
Right.
to get there. As in 2015, no lie, I was charged with domestic strangulation on my child's mother. Every lawyer in this state would not touch my case. I was willing to pay top dollar up to 30 G's.
He called one time.
But mind you, I called home to brothers. Listen, asked everybody for $50, $10, $20. I didn't have it.
Add it up.
You know
Add
what
it
I'm
up.
saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
mind you, no one would take that money. I found a hungry lawyer from Boston I'm not going to put her name out here because she may not want to be a part of this, but she said, let me look into your case. Within 3 days, she says, why are you in prison? I said, I asked myself that because everything that I researched and something that I've never done in my life, I became an educated black man in law, where these lawyers told me I could not get out. There is no statutes that would allow me to find the right statute to present to the Supreme Court. But once I found it, everyone was like, well, because it's controversial. You had Judge Nugent. If anybody knows anything about Judge Nugent, that's who sentenced me on a violation.
That's one in Newport. And
he
understand
sentenced
everybody.
me on my 20 years, he gave me 15 years on a domestic strangulation, third. But prosecution offered me a 1 year suspended sentence. He said, did you make that up in the hallway? I offer you 3 years to serve. No judges still offer you a sentence. Prosecution can. So because I refused that, we go 20 minutes later into a hearing, violation hearing. Probable cause, hearsay, is admitted. So therefore, never got locked up on site. Kid's mother said I never assaulted her. No pictures. They said a witness spoke to them on his personal cell phone, which an officer cannot use a personal cell phone during an investigation. If you don't know the law, you won't know that. I wasn't born with a law degree.
So let me cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off, right? So a lot of you guys probably listening to the charges that he just mentioned, and a lot of you, especially a lot of you females, probably cringe just hearing it, and probably had a second judgment because you know what, we are human, and you probably think, oh, what the hell, you know what I'm saying? Right. Until he broke it down, the ins and outs of his situation, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to it, but he broke it down enough for where you understand that sometimes you don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes, yes, the charge is ugly, but then again, it's what's in the charge, what's behind it, what evidence do they have? Is somebody just crying wolf? That's what everybody has to understand.
But not only that, not to cut you off, brother, you also have the law that looks upon you as if I entered back into the world after 13 years. I have no flaws. Yeah. I'm doing well.
That's the first bid, right?
Yes.
So after your first bid, you was straight.
I have things. I've been blessed. So to a point, I'm a cocky individual. I speak my mind. I learned to do that. That I wouldn't be who I am today if I did not speak my mind.
Time out. This Dap show.
You gotta go. On some realness. But when I say this, like many may say, honestly, if you know me, it's the truth. Many may say differ because of whatever. Yeah. But the case of the matter is, going forward, me speaking my mind, being who I am, allowed the state to really prosecute me in the form that they did. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
So it hurt you for being an outspoken type of individual.
But not only that, after a man coming home from 21 to 35, and you're able to cope in the world, because you're already looked upon as a failure, which I went back 8 times.
8 times
on parole violations.
So we're gonna get into. So hold up, bro.
8 times.
We're gonna wait.
Now I want you to understand what I'm saying.
We're gonna hold up.
This parole 8 times.
Yo,
you know why? I'm the perfect candidate.
We're gonna hold off on the parole situation because I'm pretty sure a lot of us, including myself, had dealt with the parole setup in this state. But you know what?
8 times.
It's getting better.
I mean, everybody has their own opinion.
And you know what? They say that because the laws change.
Yeah, laws are constantly changing.
Things make it not easier for an individual that's serving time. Yeah. Because until you serve that time and you have to do the color codes. Exactly. You have to do these check-ins. No. It's not that easy. You can say it is when you're finally done or close to the end.
You just gotta stop.
But the fact that it's not a matter of start. Because when you look at society, do you see any of these stopping? No. Does Trump stop? He says drag him by the what?
But
and what is he talking about?
He's not in F block.
But you understand what I'm saying?
He should have been in F block.
But the thing is, why should we not live accordingly to what society lives by? Yeah. Because why? we have a strike that's on paper.
We're judged.
Nugent, my saying to him that gave me the 15 years, he said, here you are, here talking about your addiction allows you to do X, Y, or Z, but you have a delivery charge.
Yeah.
Okay. Your daughter OD'd and died, but problems come from home first.
Yeah.
He looked at me as if I was a dragon right there.
Oh, yeah. What did he
I was not supposed to be on this earth. So what he says now, from the year the prosecution offered me to the 3 years he offers me, he gives me 15 of my 20 suspended.
Out of spite.
Out of spite.
Out of spite, man.
bet.
Rhode Island judiciary system.
That's
Terrible.
18 months
Did
it
you
took
give
me
that
to
back?
go into the law firm
I gave that back.
in the ACI library.
Yeah. They put you to work.
Education.
They put you to work.
And I find shit that lawyers say that they could not do for me.
They put you to
And when I
work.
present it to them, they say, listen, what we'll do is this.
Yeah, yeah.
You take a 5-year charge for assault on your child's
That
mother.
backroom stuff, though.
Or
That's what it is.
you
Exactly.
can continue fighting us, which at this time you have 18 months in.
Yeah.
It'll take you another 2 years just to get us into court. We can keep unfound dismissals,
So you gonna
dismissals,
say that way?
dismissals.
Yeah.
Mind you, we can fight up to 5 years.
Took
So at this time, I almost have 2 years in. Do I want to fight 5 more years when I'm actually eligible for parole now and I can be home in the next 18 months?
And that's what this state does.
So listen, hold up,
Fucked him out of his life, yo.
no,
Fucked him
because
out-
I need you to understand.
years
It's
off
not a
of your
point
life.
of not
But just
being a man and standing up.
Yeah.
I just had my child at the age of 49 years old.
Right.
My junior, he's 8 years old now,
bless.
and I am 57. I'll be 58
he
years
owes
old
me
in
25
November.
push-ups. and
You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm thinking of him.
Huge Miami fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he got a Sixers jersey.
So
Huge
if you-
Miami.
But hold up.
hot.
But mind you, my mother's ill at this time.
Yeah.
So now I take the deal. I signed the 5 years,
Got to.
as many, like the whole town.
That was the last time I
Rhode
seen you,
Island.
right?
Yes.
Yep.
The whole state always takes deals
Cops
because
out.
they don't know
Yeah.
instead of fighting the charges.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know about Darren? For many charges. Look at my cases. I'm sure you'll check it out after this. But anyways, the fact of the matter is, after I take that, my mother dies a month before I come home. So imagine if I just continued to fight. I would have never ever
saying
got to
with
even
June
be
on
the
this
person.
podcast.
Mind you, my mom's only child.
Yeah.
Go on
To sign
Facebook.
paperwork to get things done to further my life with my newborn.
Yeah, go on Facebook.
Which I have my
June
oldest. He's coming here tonight. He'll be here tonight
Texting
from
my
Virginia.
screen name.
And he's 37.
He knows he's alright. you know.
So mind you, having a
Oh,
child
all right.
that they're 28 years apart. My oldest and my youngest.
Damn.
Hey, yo, she's
And I
awesome.
get
Girls
to,
at like 30 years
I
old.
have them
She's
together
awesome.
today with my first grandson,
Yeah.
Dakari. He'll be a year next month. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like to be here today and everything that I went through, there's so much more that everybody's going to touch topics on we'll discuss.
Yeah.
But
And we all
my
gonna talk
struggle-
about stuff.
My struggle wasn't easy. And if you know who I am, if you're paying attention, you're from Rhode Island. I never did outside of Rhode Island time other than county jails. But the fact of the matter is, I've served 27 years of my 58 years of imprisonment.
That's a long
And
time,
it's no
fellas.
lie.
She want my
You
brother.
look me up.
Cause
He been there. You gotta remember during
And
this
I
era.
functioned
And see, you
today.
didn't speak about the riot part when you
No,
been in.
no, there's a lot more. Like I
during the
said,
riot. It's a
will touch-
lot. We could be here all day,
Yeah,
all week,
yeah,
all
I
year.
can't do that.
can't even-
You know
we
what
got
I'm saying?
time.
But to this
My
day,
Uncle Hoodoo
my
saved
work,
him. My
You need
uncle
any type
go
of
way
work
back.
done, construction, contracting.
Yep.
Oh,
Shout out.
I'm gonna give you my
Shout
information
out.
later.
Shout
I'm
out.
gonna deal with
Shout
my
out.
brothers,